Daddy's home.
Every night.
No, Kong! Take me back!
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
Yeah, that'll work great.
We'll do it live!
Live on network TV! Jesus! Harold Christ on a...
Fantastic.
I just love I love that intro so very, very much. It is fantastic. Welcome in, everybody. It's been a minute since the last stream that the two of us have done, but we got some MonsterVerse news that dropped today, and some other thing that kind of came out how many days ago? This stuff.
I don't know.
Actually, like June 26th. So earlier this week. I don't know if we went over much of this or if anything, but you know what? I think some of this is new to me. So
yeah, I mean, I guess we could preface before we begin. I don't want to do too much of the news because me and you both have videos that they should watch about the new stuff.
Right, but you and I haven't really talked about it. Like this is like, I mean, like live. We'll probably like briefly cover that. You want to do that like after we cover this GVK stuff?
Yeah, let's get this stuff out of here, and maybe we'll get some comments by then.
Okie dokie.
The last time we streamed was May 22nd.
So you know what? Like within just a month later, I think that's pretty good. Maybe we should try and at least get like a stream every month. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of doing that about 2 years ago, but we were really milking content.
Yeah, now we're going to be like spoiled. So the way I see it, this is my prediction. Anime series comes out this year.
Yep, I agree.
MonsterVerse TV show next year. And then 2024, the 70th anniversary of Godzilla. Let's not forget that. The next movie. And we don't know what this next movie is.
Do you think with the show, though, it's going to be early 2023 or late? Because I'm thinking I was they could get it out early 2023 because they've already started filming.
Yeah, they started filming this week, actually.
And I said in the video, I recorded a video about the show, both the filming update and the acting in one video, the casting, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of said, like, I don't exactly know how, like, we don't know how many episodes it is, how long every episode is.
I think it's going to be like 10 episodes, probably.
Okay, but, like, we don't know how long it's going to be. We don't know how long it's going to take to film. So that production kind of confuses me a little bit. Versus
right,
like
and
a
how
film
much visual
production.
effects is going to be.
Yeah.
I think this one's more of like a lore building show, but you will see Titans in it. You're going to see Godzilla in full, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised if they throw some stock footage in there too.
You know what? It would be in tribute with the old movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It feels good to have news though. Like especially like the official announcement. They didn't give a title. Yet. They still don't have any official titles out on these things. They are like super sneaky secretive about these things because for the longest time you know what I'm kind of noticing? I'm noticing a trend. They're kind of going a bit back to the past, it seems, with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, they are
building out the past because I feel like that's, and even like the rumored working title of the filming production for the sequel is Origins, or like kind of like how they had what was it, Nautilus for the first one, and then something else for each subsequent move, Apex for GVK, and that. So, but anyways, speaking of GVK, we'll get into the news afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Do you have the link I just sent you? I sent it in the private chat so we could.
I do have the link. I'm actually trying to share the screen right now. But...
Okay.
Yeah. So the last update that we all had on Godzilla versus Kong's little conspiracy, but not conspiracy because it's true. Is part 3, I think, went out in August, so it's almost been a year.
Yeah, it's been a long time. That was a pretty great series, though. I'm pretty proud of that one. But yeah, like it's been a while. Like I mean, this stuff, like some of this stuff is new to me. I remember like reading into this bits. So let's go ahead and get started.
Sure.
Pull up your screen, full screen it.
I can open this the magic link, and it looks like a string of tweets, and I'm going to share my screen.
Perfect. And then we will.
Twitter's just a beautiful place.
Oh yeah, Twitter is the most perfect haven. Nobody ever fights on there.
No, oh no. All right. Look, they even have a little cover title screen. I guess I can shift through this, and you can get some commentary.
Oh, okie dokie. So
Let's
everyone can hear
see.
my magnificent voice.
ADM exclusive. So I'm curious. I don't know who this guy is and why they have an exclusive.
Right.
It says, well, I'm reading their thing. It says film journalism since 1998. They're an author mentioned in Film Report, G-Fan, Variety, Fangora, New York Post. Okay.
Let's
Not bad. All right. Holy crap. So there's a couple things highlighted. Basically, all of this. I saw this one. This looks like it's just describing the shit we learned in the last episode about the Orca Z and what the plot was really about. But there's this new detail. Do you want? If you can read, you want to read what's in the red there?
Yeah, sure. One second. Let me pull up on my screen really quickly because it's okay. So probably the biggest change is that Shunagori's Ren Serizawa revealing himself not only as the son of Ken Watanabe's Dr. Ishiro Serizawa, but as the big bad of the film, hiring an assassin to murder Simmons right as Mecha comes online, allowing Ren to upload Ghidorah as he had always planned. God, that sounds way more interesting. Among a bevy of other changes and omissions are really about Ron's character's PTSD and her acting out of character mirrored in her father's mistrust of Godzilla. Byron Tyree Henry's character killing the assassin before it can take out Levi Brown, Julian Dennison, the removal of the entirety of Zhang Zi, Jessica Henwick's character. She was a reporter. Okay, so I guess that's the confirmation of who she is. And Lance Reddick. I wonder if Lance Reddick will be in the Monarch TV show. I think he should because he's a good actor.
Here's an interesting thing too, because in our original video, you had thought, and we kind of both agreed that Jessica Henwick is probably Nathan's love interest, but I guess not.
Right. I guess not based.
Well, I mean, I guess she could be, but it sounded like me that maybe she was in Monarch somehow, or they're involved in some accident or something. I don't know.
Wall paintings in Kong's throne room, which we know based on the cover art, chronicling an ancient war with Mothra in there, Rodan, and Behemoth, as well as many others, big and small. Damn it. The tone was changed, the narrative streamlined to something more palatable for general audiences, and the film has been a huge success. Warner Brothers is not involved. It's a legendary film.
I gotta reread that again. So it's just saying that's part of the removed thing. So that mural included Mothra, Rodan, and Behemoth, or those are separate paintings.
I guess they're all in the Ancient War.
As many others, big and small. Wow, the tone change. That's another interesting one. What do you think the tone would have been? Because I didn't think the tone was overly goofy or cheesy. It was just about where I needed to be. But I mean, the plot of this movie, it's kind of dark, especially like these elements that were cut. Lots of family dying. Ren hiring an assassin. We know that potentially there was some other fuckery with Mechagodzilla, messing with Godzilla. Like, there's a lot of dark kind of shit.
Yeah, I think with this one, God, I mean, the fact they managed to pull it off like the way they did is kind of a miracle because like they actually knew how to edit, and change things around. But yeah, like this original version just sounds more interesting in my eyes. Yeah. I know, granted, we're only speaking based on like alleged deleted scenes, but I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the case because we know about Orca Z based on those interviews. And it's like, wait a minute, that's not in the movie.
Yeah. Again, I mean, you have the art book, so I guess this is cross-referencing something that is mentioned in the art book that he was supposed to double cross Simmons at one point.
Yeah, I do have the art book. So, yeah, because they say proposed storyline. Yeah, it was in the movie. Yeah, see what I mean? Like I said, they had so many changes to this film.
Well,
and
that's what's interesting is that, do you think proposed makes it sound like it was before they even started, but I wonder how many of these things were like
very they filmed all this. They clearly filmed all this.
I can read this one.
Okay.
Originally, Skarsgård is trying to keep the Orca away from the bad guys, Isaac Gonzalez. Zhang Zi, Mothra egg scene / secret entrance in Shanghai, yes, was planned to be in King of the Monsters. They changed the location from Japan to Shanghai. Cut out. So that scene with her was cut out. Jessica Henwick, a reporter, was cut out. Swanberg, a gas station attendant, and a scene with Millie and Julian. We've seen pictures of that.
Mm-hmm.
We saw their stunt doubles in front of a convenience store.
Yep.
That's probably that. That was cut out. Hayworth, who I guess was the name of the assassin, was cut out.
Dude, you know what this assassin reminds me of?
Yes.
Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. It's the sunglasses guy.
Oh.
Was it Maltus or whatever? I can't remember his name.
Oh God. No, I haven't seen that shit in so long. And obviously, this bar fight apparently with Bernie and Hayworth.
Yep.
And we're not done. You want to read this one?
Kaylee Hoddle and Rebecca Hall trapped in an elevator. Tasmanian Sea cut out. Lance Reddick mostly cut out. There was a scene where he was watching G through binoculars, which we've just kind of like that deleted series. I was thinking, God, it's like every time somebody gets through binoculars, it's like they got to delete it. Big conference table scene. So Chandler cut out. The Orca Z was originally used in the lead, the Titans into Hollowworth. That's why no other Titan is seen in the final version of GBK, and so on and so on. Storyboards were drawn out on set almost every day. Script changes nonstop.
So, a couple things I want to stop. They didn't get trapped. They didn't get trapped in the elevator, but they got trapped. They kind of did get trapped in the elevator. We saw that. It was like when the water was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little dumb, but.
So now we know what happened to the other Titans in the movie.
Yeah, because I'm trying to read this again, like. Because I'm trying to figure out how they cut around this. Because they're saying, so what drew Kong to the Hollow-Earth was Monarch going through the Team Kong going through and making him go there to find the power source. But you remember, this is a good detail because I rewatched our episode. When we saw the behind the scenes in the B-roll of that scene in Antarctica, people had masks on, so we know that's a reshoot.
Mm-hmm.
So the scene where they led him into the Hollow Earth was a reshoot because they probably changed the reason why he went to the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, that's probably the case.
Boom! Drop the mic.
Yes, Jack, this is live. All right, what do we got next? I think we got one more.
Well, I just want to see. Yeah, so that's script changed nonstop. That's all right. Is there another one?
No, I think those 4 images. We went through them all.
That's interesting. So there's some couple comments I don't know about this. So there is I guess a scene of them being chased and everything. Yeah, this is the thing that I thought about too. Like I feel like Team Godzilla had a lot more to their kind of plot because it seemed like they had this big van and they were like I feel like there was a little bit more of like a road movie there that they didn't include.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think too. Like I said, oh wait a minute, somebody wants to jump on.
What? No, I don't have time for that.
Oh, you don't have time?
Oh, it's Jack.
Should we?
Jack. We gotta. I can't stay up too late. We gotta do this news. But no, we should do a live stream. We should do another big live stream soon with everybody.
I agree. I miss the live streams. Like CCXP Part 3.
Oh my god.
You know what? I mean, when the next movie's filled, we could probably do something.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I would love there to be some kind of leak again. But anyway.
Jack says, native Kong ball lickers.
Those plot details, that's kind of the assassin thing is really interesting because I feel like that would have also given Team Godzilla more trust in Bernie. Like, oh, this guy killed, like obviously they were stupid and they're like, oh, look at the podcast host. Like, oh, he killed this or he stopped this assassin that was trying to get to us. I don't know. Maybe
I just like I know they streamlined the plot for more audience. Do you think people would have still been fine with it?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like, do people not have patience? Like, people sit through like 3-hour movies. Like, I mean, this movie's just it flies by so quickly. Like, you could cut some things. Like, I don't get why you wouldn't want to keep the opening action bit there, or
well, it's weird because Godzilla attacking Florida does work as your opening action scene, but
right because you can like
it's like where would that have been if they had the whole thing with Nathan's character? Like I don't know if the timeline would have changed.
It's the Orca Z. It's all Orca Z. That's why Godzilla attacks, and it would have made more sense why his character is that.
I really don't understand. Like, so do you think? Oh, right. So we know, or we figured that the scene of him in the Dedham school or whatever, where he's confronted by Ren and Simmons. We
Mhm.
thought that was a reshoot, because
Yeah, that's a reshoot. That scene with him, that's entirely a reshoot when he has the beard and all that. Even Wingard says it on the commentary. You know? Huh. Looks like Ryan got muted for some reason. Okay, I guess I'll take over. Hang on one second. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at the chat here. Godzilla attacking Florida is just another gator in the pond. Yeah, I think you're right there, Jack. I think so. Hello? Yeah, what happened to Ryan? Like his mic got muted for some reason. Okay. Well, like I said, there's a lot of speculation and intrigue and interest over
working.
Oh, there we go. I know. I was like, what do I do? I can't talk by myself. This isn't my stream. This isn't my stream. Y'all need a podcast. We do need a podcast.
I don't know. I don't trust my earbuds. It most definitely is messing with me.
The Sean and Ryan show.
But
yeah. That could work. That could work. So, but anyway,
Sean and Ryan show. Hey, we did do some podcast episodes one time.
Right. And then I think we got, was it like G-Man on there? Or no, not G-Man. Goji fan. We had him on there too, didn't we?
We did, I think. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Right. So, okay, my earbuds like to die when I'm on live streams for some reason. This might happen.
Yeah, my internet does that too. It's like, here, an important live stream. Internet dies.
We think that that's a reshoot. So, like, do you think their motivation for we need to go find the source of the Titans or something like that? Do you think that that was made up, or like I don't understand? Or no, it was Kong's ancestors was the new motivation. So I don't know what changed there. Because I'm trying to think about that scene. Like, what was Simmons saying to him? Like, oh, it's just how we find the origins of the Titans, so you're not a conspiracy theorist anymore. And then
right, because obviously they want that energy source too, and like Ren wanting to upload Ghidorah is kind of crazy too. I don't know. Like I said, I think it would have made things more interesting because you have like honestly like the person with the most caring, like you have the son of like arguably probably the most up there with the most well-liked character in the series, like the most important human character, I would argue, was probably Serizawa. I mean, I can't think of anyone else in the MonsterVerse so far who has that level of importance.
Yeah,
you have him.
It's so weird. I don't understand. Like, I was trying to think of why did they remove the Orca Z? Like, did it really mess things up that bad or make it too long? Like, I don't really see. Because even Anna Wingers said like the editor's cut of the movie was 2 hours 45 minutes. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool if at least like they'd release like a full cut of the movie at some point, because it's done. It's I mean, I'm sure they could just update a few VFX and stuff, but I'm sure there's probably some legalities behind it. But like, man, this is why I feel robbed. Like, I would like to see like just this full original version of the movie. Like, and then I mean, if they could release the Snyder cut, which I mean, you wouldn't have to do any reshoots for this either. You could just drop it on there.
Yeah,
I need to see this. I need to break into Legendary Pictures and see this original cut of the movie, and then I'll feel okay.
Well, see, there's a sound bite.
Well, I need to break into Legend. I'm gonna pull a Nick Cage. I'm gonna steal the original cut of Godzilla versus Kong.
No.
Yes, like it needs to happen. Somebody needs to just leak it online or something. Like I need it. I need to know, or at least like let me see like the original post-credit scene. Let me see the throne room scene.
Yeah, wasn't there there were reports that there was a post-credit scene?
Even Wingard
Because
talked about it. Like he
do
mentioned
you
it.
remember? This is funny because of the fifth MonsterVerse film that's now announced. I don't know if you remember this, but there were some articles back in mid 2020 that were saying, or late 2020 that were saying there is a post credit scene in GVK and it will tell you what is in the fifth movie. And they didn't say anything other than that. And then there wasn't a post credit scene.
Right. I remember another YouTube channel covering it, saying that they removed it from the movie. It was basically setting up aliens as the next thing,
The
alien
fuck?
invasion.
Why would they remove that shit?
Because it's, damn it, it's like there's a lot of factors for it. I think if King of the Monsters made more money, they would have kept it in, but it was just that uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean, the COVID kind of gave them uncertainty too. Like they didn't know if this movie was going to make jack shit. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, there's so many. See, with the other MonsterVerse films, like I feel like you didn't have like major reshoots for those at all. It's like what you see is what you get. Yeah, sure, there's some deleted sequences, like the scene that people are still asking for. Yeah. Well, Venomzilla. Well, the thing with the ending credit scene is even Adam Wingard mentions, like in an interview, like it went on a little bit longer to kind of tease the future, but they kind of cut back on so much stuff just to kind of save it for later. So, I mean, like I said, it's
what they could do, and I would be okay with it, even just having this. They should just like release the script, release the full screenplay, and let people read it.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. I just want, like I said, I'd like to read the original. Or remember when was it when BVS came out and they had the Ultimate Edition and all that? Like they released that Steppenwolf scene, like after the movie was in, even though the movie was in theaters. Do something like that. That could be your announcement for the next thing. How cool would that be? It's like you play the ending in GVK, but you play like just a little bit longer, like the original ending stuff, and then that's just kind of your teaser for the next movie.
That would be pretty fun. Make that your trailer.
Yeah, make that your trailer and all that.
I mean, I guess we've talked enough about these extra plot details, which kind of cleans some things up that we weren't totally sure about before. But let's talk about the new movie. So
yeah, let's talk about the movie and the TV show. Let's start with the TV show first because it's already filming, and plus the movie is more fun to speculate on because the TV show is set like between 2014 and King of the Monsters, but there's still a lot of intrigue in that with that show. So,
it started filming Monday this week, so they're already well into it. And again, as I had said, I'm not exactly sure how long it takes to film because we don't know how long the episodes are or how long the run is. But
right.
And also, yes, they're going to have VFX and they're going to have to be good, but I feel like it's not going to be as demanding as a film. So post-production might not take as long.
Right.
I was fully expecting this to come winter, early spring next year. That was my prediction.
Mm-hmm. There's some information too. Did you read the information on the cast and characters for the show?
Oh, they had information on it. Shit, I only just saw their names and that.
I looked it up. Yeah, I looked it up. I just posted a video about it. Let me go ahead and pull up that information really quick.
I love that Legendary, and I say this in my recording. It's funny that Legendary is calling it Untitled MonsterVerse show. Like even they're just saying Untitled.
They're literally everything's just Untitled. I'm like, fuck it, you got just name it.
I know that's the kind of shit that like IMDb does when a company announces something. No, Legendary is like, we're not going to tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid.
Okay, I got the. Let me see if I can share my screen right here.
Yep.
Oh wait, hang on. What do I do? It's been a while since I've window.
Quick, everybody, make sure you watch my video before midnight so we can get that June YouTube revenue.
Right.
And save it at the last moment.
Yes, exactly. Do you got my screen?
I will, and it's going up.
Okay, so this is some of the cast members. I only recognized her from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and she's going to be in the Flash movie, assuming that movie ever gets released.
It's Iris, right?
Yep, Iris. Assuming that movie gets released because of,
God.
Every day it's something new.
I mean, shit.
every day. It's like, oh, I think it's done.
I mean,
Nope. It
I've
just
been
keeps.
I've been hearing that Warner Brothers fully intends to release both the Flash and keep Amber Heard and Aquaman too. Like they're just going for it.
They're just like, we spent enough money. I mean, I understand. It's like you spend like hundreds of millions of dollars on a movie, and then it's like your main actor is just making everything worse and worse. And then you have your Amber Heard, they could easily kind of cut because she's a supporting role. So it's like that's pretty easy to kind of work around. But the Ezra Miller thing, oof. I mean, how do you like do? Because like that movie, when it's gonna be marketed, they're gonna barely show the Flash. It's gonna be all about Michael Keaton.
What? Jack's comment, it's Waco all over again. Are you talking about Ezra Miller?
Jesus.
All
Yeah,
right.
very. Ezra Miller is something else. Very cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Dude, Ezra Miller is the legend bar fight with Austin Butler in Tokyo. Yeah, I heard about that. So the guy playing Elvis apparently like got into a fight with Ezra Miller. I don't know if this is true or not. Some people are saying it's not, but that was like one of the news today, and they did what everyone wanted and just punched Ezra in the face.
Jesus Christ.
So, but anyways, enough about that. Here's the TV show. So Apple TV Plus has unveiled the main cast for its upcoming MonsterVerse series, which will be part of the same franchise that includes films like 2014, 17. Okay, here's this. The still entitled project will take place in the wake of the thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that leveled San Francisco and the shocking new reality that monsters exist. Focusing specifically on one family's journey to uncover its buried secrets and legacy, linking them to the secret organization known as Monarch. Basically, yeah. So here's some character details. Would you like to read?
Yes, I will. So Anna is going to be Kate, a former school teacher, and G-Day, I like that term, survivor who travels to Japan to settle family affairs, but instead uncovers a family secret. Kiersey, I believe that is, as May, an American expat with a roguish exterior. Maybe am I fucking being stupid? I don't know if I said that right. That she uses to protect herself as well as others. Joe is going to be a guy named Tim, an office drone who dreams of secret agent adventure. Eliza or Elisa, I'm not sure, as Duvall, an expert operative with unwavering confidence in herself and her skills. And the last one is this guy, Ren. This is a newcomer, Ren Wadaby, as Kentaro, an intelligent, creative, and curious young man who has yet to find his own path and embarks on a quest to learn more about his revered yet mysterious father. Oh my god! Wait a minute. I'm just saying, Ren. I don't know. And then I don't know. It's like, who's his dad?
Who's your daddy?
Is it another Sarazawa kid?
Could be.
I'm pissed that I didn't see this article because now I got to re-record my fucking video on this.
Don't worry, everyone. I recorded a video. Oh yeah, that's right. We got the MonsterVerse video games too. God, we have so much stuff. A theme park and all that.
Wait. Is there a mobile game announced?
Yeah, I mean, there's mobile games, and then there's like a console game, I think, too. Pinball machines, theme park.
I had seen a friggin'. I made a video last year because there was an announcement that a VR company was making a VR Godzilla vs. Kong game where you could play as the Titans like around the city.
God, that sounds fun.
I'd love that shit. This is funny. I searched MonsterVerse mobile game on Google. The first thing that comes up is MonsterVerse canceled.
Canceled? Oh, it's not canceled. Look at us.
All right.
So yeah, like I think the story of this one will have probably the most engaging human cast of characters. We have to follow them for a TV show, so they'll actually develop them and make them interesting. And I wonder if they'll cross over into the films too at some point. I would expect it. So, but this will be like I'm really excited for the TV show because like we've never had a live action Godzilla. Well, we technically had Zone Fighter, but never a live action Godzilla TV show. So, and this will definitely have some money thrown at it. I mean, look at that Prehistoric Planet show on Apple TV. Very well done VFX wise.
And that's a good comparison. I mean, you never know, like, with Legendary pumping money into this, it might even look better.
And Apple needs content for their streaming thing. They have money to like burn.
Yeah, I mean, and they know. I mean, everybody knows. I will buy that subscription right away, even if it's like a month. And I don't know. When I also talked about this in my video. I want your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they should release them weekly or all at once? Because I kind of want to release weekly.
I'd say weekly.
Okay, because I think they're starting to move back to that nowadays.
Yeah, it's weird because like we had the Netflix model, and then like I think Disney kind of did their Disney Plus things, and people were like, "Oh, let's do weekly again," and then like HBO was doing their things, and then people were always like, at first they're like, "Why can't everyone just be binging it at once?" And then people were like, "Well, Netflix is stupid for not doing it now," and it's like, what do you want? Which Netflix now is like their big show. They're splitting it into 2 volumes. So.
Yeah, I the reason I want a weekly thing too, and I say this in my video too. So,
money.
I'm thinking like, well, no, not just like from my standpoint, like from our as a fan base. Like if an episode comes out, kind of like Kenobi, like we can talk about it for a week, and we can make predictions, and we can, spend more time analyzing that episode. Which is where, because I tried to cover Pacific Rim: The Black in like a bunch of videos, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, I watched them all, but I don't want to do a video on the whole thing because then what's the point? At least this way I could be like, hey, what can we expect next week? And then it's a lot more fun that way.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. And plus, like I said, I think weekly would be more fun for this thing. I mean, even if they did like release it all at once, because then it's like you binge it in one weekend and like we'd discuss it for a while, but that'd be it. I think the weekly model adds to the excitement. And like I said, I think it's gonna be 10 episodes. I don't know if I think they'll probably be like close to an hour long. So we'll get like 10 hours of MonsterVerse here. It's gonna be fun.
Right. And
I think Apple TV is actually pretty cheap. It's only like $5.
I'll look that up. And as for that, I don't know when I mean, they got to announce the freaking name of it soon, because that's just stupid.
Right. Valerie Gothic says Prehistoric Planet released each episode daily. Okay, so weekly, daily, but still, like, it'd be nice to kind of have it spaced out.
Daily, that would be a grind to make, because I really like the idea of being able to make a video like per episode, like breaking it down.
Yeah, like a full detailed thing, plot elements and stuff, predictions for the next thing. I think that'd be more fun. I think, and plus, like, it's not like we'll at least have something to anticipate for several weeks. So I think the Skull Island anime will drop all at once, which I'm fine with that because the episodes would be like probably like a half hour long. And it's made by the Castlevania people. I don't know how many episodes that's going to be. That'll be interesting because we have the first animated project. And then I also expect more comic books too and graphic novels.
Yeah, I've liked the comic books, but I'm excited to see the anime. That'll be a totally new thing, and the TV show. So it's a good and if they get these video games off the ground, then you're covering everything. You got books, you got shows, you got games, you got animation, you got your movies.
Yeah, we have so much stuff to look forward to in this series. In fact, I got to cover more of the comics. I did Godzilla Awakening like years ago, but I think that one's not fully canon anymore, from what some people say. It's kind of like push that aside. Although I did predict that Kong would appear in the MonsterVerse like years ago when I made that video on it, like even before they announced they'd cross over. I like, looks like a King Kong Easter egg. Like if we get a sequel, you'll know they were building up to it back here or something like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. And technically, Godzilla Awakening is the start of the MonsterVerse because it released before the movie.
Right, and timeline-wise, isn't that kind of? Mm-hmm. It also goes back a long time. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I said, I think I gotta at some point cover those things. I mean, I do a lot of comic book reviews on the channel. Like I think I'm like the only one here like who's covering the Godzilla comics. Although I tried covering the Power Rangers one. For whatever reason, those videos like didn't upload. I think anytime you try to do anything Power Rangers related, like copyright is like way stricter. But if it's just solely Godzilla, it's fine. But yeah, like I said, there's some the IDW stuff's been really good. The Godzilla versus lineup. Like there's like the most recent one was like Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, and it's like it kind of was like Planet Hulk a bit, where Godzilla's taken to like Planet X and is like competing in like a gladiator arena. Like Doctor Who is like in there too, from like King Kong Escapes. It was.
I mean, I like don't even know where to find those comics. Like, do you buy them online or something?
You can get them like at the comic shop, or just go like Amazon. Amazon has all of them, so you can just get them digitally. Like I read everything through Comixology mostly, although Comixology's app kind of like went to shit, but like it's still like you can use the app for like reading stuff.
Oh.
So like through Kindle and that. So yeah, and through your browser. So, but anyways, so yeah, this show is going to be quite interesting.
I think it's time to move to comments for a minute. We have 10 people watching, so if anybody wants to chat,
I think it's movie time. Just pull up an article on the movie because we did talk about the show and just like I'll be curious because I think we've spoken about this too. There's a trend in the MonsterVerse right now, and that trend is like we're going kind of like backwards to the past. I've noticed.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what they're going to be doing. They're going to build out Monarch and kind of add to the lore in the TV show. Same with Skull Island and that. And then if the rumored like shooting title of the next movie is Origins, I would really like to see like a flashback scene to the ancient war between the two species.
Yeah, I mean they can. It seems like that is what they were trying to build to. I don't think they're not going to show that at some point.
The opening of the movie is just the origin of the war, and then maybe that sets up like the big bad for the movie. Oh god, that's okay. So kind of like what Dominion was going to be doing, but they cut that from the movie. But imagine like the opening of this next movie, no humans, just the Titans. You can just kind of watch the Kongs, and then you see the Godzillas, and then you could see like maybe like Godzilla when he was younger amongst other members of his species, and then just kind of seeing the carnage, and that's kind of what sets him off to hate the Kongs. I think that'd be really cool.
Well, there's that, but then there's also the mural of the alien. So like, I don't know how that plays into it. Like, was there this war and then that alien came in and then they had to work together against the alien or something?
Right. I think somebody said like in the novelization.
That would explain why Godzilla and Kong decided to work together against Mechagodzilla. Because it's like, oh, we did this before.
Right. I think that would be really cool. Like it sets up like maybe the aliens return years later. I've kind of noticed this as like a trend in things. Like they did this in the Justice League thing, like Ancient Times. But maybe that's like where Ghidorah came from. Oh, maybe they worked together to seal up Ghidorah.
Huh.
Because I mean, Ghidorah did go through the entrance, was in Antarctica, and what else is Antarctica? That entrance to Hollow Earth. So,
yeah, and they said he was frozen from that fight with Godzilla.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Like, it's very intriguing. But Ghidorah is not in the mural painting; it's another Titan. So I think somebody said like I didn't read the novelization. Like I think I started to, but I never finished it. But like something like a member of the Godzilla species apparently ate some sort of star. I think is in it, and then like that's what caused it to fly and like go into space or something. I don't know. It like changed. It affected the war or something. Like that's some random stuff from it, but I don't know. Maybe that's where Space Godzilla comes in.
That would be. I mean, that's what I think it is, but
alien invasion. Okay, if we get aliens, I want either the Simians or the Exilians. Exilians are probably the way to go, but I want Nick Cage to play like the controller of Planet X and just go fucking crazy as the villain so badly.
Do you think they'll do? Do you think they'll do a Planet X thing? Like we'll go to another planet.
That's something that I've talked about. I think a lot of people would agree. That's like a pretty cool like way to expand the series. Or you can do it in animation too, or in comic book form or something. Like that's how you like expand the universe a bit because we haven't gone into space yet. I mean, well, maybe for a second when Ghidorah dropped Godzilla from space and he somehow survived. But like I think just going to another planet would be really cool too. I mean, Hollow Earth is kind of like another planet, but you know, this is just see what I mean? Like, see, you can hear the excitement. Just like there's so many possibilities you can take the series in.
What's weird is like with the space thing is like we just found the Hollow Earth, so we're going inward, but then space we're also going out. Like, is it going to be weird to do both of those at the same time, or do we need to explore the Hollow Earth first before we do space shit?
I think you can do a bit of both, and here's why. I mean, look. I have to compare it again, but like the MCU did that. Like they had their Earth-based stuff, and then they had their cosmic stuff, like Guardians. and that I think he could pull off both. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah. Well, with this, so the release date, yeah, this is really the only thing we can talk about from the new movie, other than speculation. The release date is March 15th of 24, which, as I said to you, I was like, God damn it, they could have done it May 16th, and they all in the world could have been perfect, but which I was thinking about that. I was like, holy shit, we're gonna be a decade of this franchise and 5 movies. That's only a movie every other year.
5 movies and a TV show, comics, and all that. Like that's crazy to think about. And then compared to like what the MCU did, and they had like 20-something movies in 10 years. At least like this is spaced out a bit. Like DC's had like 11 or 12 in their universe. It's crazy to think about like how many movies like all these shared universes have made. Conjuring's done a bunch. Although Conjuring's kind of fallen off.
It's just it's crazy. It's kind of crazy to think that we're going to be at that point about 10 years from 2014, and it's like, I mean, there are some people that literally have like grown up with this franchise now.
I know.
I mean, in myself, I'll be 21 when it comes out, but I was like 12 when 2014 came out.
Yeah, I know. I was a little bit older, obviously. But yeah, like I said, I was like just, like around like end of high school or something like that when it was being made or something like that. Like I was just starting out. Like you can see how young I looked when I did that 30 Days of Godzilla marathon thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, God, I aged. I mean, I aged magnificently, but I still aged.
Yeah, it'll be they love their March release dates too, because King of the Monsters before it was moved was supposed to be March.
King of the Monsters moved around like 3 times. In all honesty, like I think it had a bad spot, and they may have started marketing too early. We were just so impatient from the 5-year gap. Now things are a little bit different now, and King of the Monsters has actually like grown a larger following over the years now.
Well, I don't really say it was a 5-year gap, because Skull Island kind of helped.
Well, between Godzilla and that, they should have just called it Godzilla 2, King of the Monsters. I know they did in the UK, but in the US they should have done that.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think too they had to kind of work around some of the word of mouth from the first movie, because like it was a success, but I think the slow burn and that kind of affected things for some people.
Right.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's very tricky to do a kaiju film because everybody wants something differently.
Yep.
Like but like, I mean, at the same time though, like there's people whose favorite might be the first movie because it's like, a little bit grounded, more serious. Some people may like Skull Island the most. Some people may like King of the Monsters the most, and then others may just like the action of GVK the most.
This is the thing though about Godzilla and Kong, more specifically Godzilla, but even lump Gamera in them with this too. It's like even the fans like the movies for different reasons. Like, oh, I like it because it's fun and action packed. Oh, I like it because it's a sci-fi allegory for blah blah. Or I like it because it's a horror. Like people like it for so many reasons. Like. Some people, like my friend, he likes it purely because it's like a Japanese thing. He likes Japanese culture. He legitimately likes it, but he's drawn to it for that reason. So like, when they're making the MonsterVerse movies, I think there's a lot there to think about. And I think we've done pretty good so far. Like,
yeah, we got no large variety.
2014, though it wasn't exactly the movie we expected, it was still a darkened tone. Whereas, Jesus Christ, GVK is this crazy sci-fi. King of the Monsters is this more like ancient,
mythic.
Sort of. It's like a mythic deity kind of story. You kind of get it all, and Skull Island is just the action movie.
Yeah, Skull Island is just like let's do a King Kong movie. Vietnam, Viet Cong, King Kong. Let's do it. I mean, like, yeah. That movie still has the best cast. That's the most A-listers I think in one movie was that one.
Yeah,
like, that one was
I love that. They're like, let's do an ensemble cast, all these great actors, and we're not going to give any of them like these giant roles.
Hey, you know what? I mean, John C. Reilly and Sam Jackson were really good in that, though.
John Goodman was fantastic.
Oh yeah, John Goodman too. Like John Goodman's good in everything. He's the good man in everything. but yeah, like I said, like, and I like the scene a lot between him, like Randa and Preston Packer just kind of talking. So,
Yep.
and then plus that post credit scene, like I actually saw that before the movie came out because I was too impatient. I was like, yes, it's so exciting. But they really,
yeah,
they should have put it like earlier and they like put it as like a mid credits thing.
dude, that post credit scene was probably one that blew my mind. That was like, oh my god, it's because like at that time it was, we knew about the rights of that Legendary had, but to actually see Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah represented on screen was like, it's happening.
Right, this shit is actually happening, and it's
And then
awesome.
and then King of the Monsters, seeing the cave painting of him and Kong and stuff, that was okay. I think they should have done more of a teaser at the end of King of the Monsters, honestly.
Right, for GVK.
Yeah, because like that's what everyone was really thinking during the end credits. That's all I could think about. I was like, how is this going to lead into the next one?
And like it was such a mysterious like credit sequence too, because like I had no freaking idea how they were going to like integrate it. Like it was the most.
Well, they created a bunch of plot lines and then none of them were fucking realized in the GPK. Hey, the fucking Godzilla's solving problems around the world, and hey, there's a Mothra egg, and Titans are going to Skull Island. What the fuck happened to any of that?
Well, like I said, that's more of a studio kind of thing. I mean, they set up a lot in King of the Monsters, and then GVK is like, you know what? Let's just get this fight and entertain people. We've had a like year in 2020, so, and that's basically kind of what it was. Like, and like let's just make. And like GVK came out at the time when everybody needed that movie.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it was nice because like for one day, everyone just like forgot about everything and just wanted to have fun. Yeah. It was such a great moment like that day. It was like the trailer is still like 102 million views on the Warner Brothers channel. Like it's the most viewed trailer that they've ever had. It's like their second most viewed video on their YouTube channel, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, I'll say I still don't know if cutting the movie down really helped, but maybe it did, and maybe they wouldn't have turned the profit. Well, they certainly wouldn't have turned the. I don't know. That's a tough one. Like if they had made the movie that much better, maybe they would have got double ticket sales. Like you can never predict that. Again, their strategy was the reduce runtime. We've seen it a million times. Like I think they did that with Wonder Woman. I feel like they did that with a bunch of movies. Like reduce the runtime, we get more people to sit in, we sell more tickets. It's like, but you're not thinking about the quality of your story,
right? So it's tricky to do because there was so much they cut down so much and made it just super basic. Like that movie, when you watch it, it's like we're already at the end. It moves so fast. It's so weird watching that in like 2014, like back to back, because the pacing is so different.
Yeah, I honestly, I would watch all the movies in a row just for fun, and I would probably start with Skull Island just because timeline, just to see if it feels coherent at all.
I mean, like I said, they're all in the same universe, but like they definitely feel very different, and I like that because they all feel kind of standalone in a way. Like you could realistically watch all of them and just understand like what's going on with it.
I think after the show and the show and the anime come out, I might do like a timeline video. Because like forever there have been timelines of the Godzilla series because things get crazy, and I might just make that of like all the comics, all the movies, all the shows. Like if someone wants to start over, where do you start?
Right, right.
Which doesn't account for like flashbacks because I some of them might, okay, you have a flashback here. Well, okay, that doesn't work. But it's like, okay, you can still kind of make it fit.
Right. Like I said, for me, it's like continuity. It's like, I mean, if it happens in the movies and it happens in the comics, like that's it. I remember they released the like timeline of like different events or whatever. Do you remember that? Like on the website. So there's a lot that happens in this universe. So.
That was historical shit.
Right. I mean, it would be kind of crazy to kind of like put that all together and like, okay, this happens here, this happens there, blah 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 blah. I mean, I really hope this new movie has a flashback to ancient times. I would love to see like the ancient war, like even if it's like the opening, like opening 10 minutes of the movie, just the ancient war. That would be like the most incredible thing. So, like of all time, like just opening your movie, no humans or anything, just the ancient war, or maybe you have like some humans, like ancient humans, who just kind of worship the Titans, or maybe you get aliens at the beginning and they flee the planet.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much they could do with, and like again, the origins thing. I don't know, where did you see that? Because I saw the Son of Kong shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing it was like a working title. I'd have to look.
Okay.
Let's
I
see if I
mean,
can find it. Well, you keep.
It sounds like the movie that they probably should have made. I mean, honestly, what if they just call it like Godzilla versus Kong 2, or just I
Well,
will
they got
say
it.
this though, the Son of Kong thing, I'm not quite sure about it anymore because Legendary retweeted. Might have been Legendary, or was it Toho? One of the two. No, it was Legendary. They
Legendary tweeted.
Or like somebody retweeted something that said Godzilla dash Kong movie.
Legendary retweeted that. You can see it on their page.
Yeah, so clearly it's not just a Kong.
They can't just do just one of them. The two, like it'd feel like a step back at this point if they're not both in it. Like Kong is more of a guarantee, I think, than Godzilla. But if the official Toho is tweeting it, then they have to be in it.
Or at least give us that one more crazy hectic thing before you do their separate stories again.
Yeah, and then right. And as for the whole Son of Kong thing, the Son of Kong does not have to be a Kong species. It could be a little Godzilla, and that's why they fight again.
That you really like that theory.
I think that's a fantastic theory. I think that actually adds a new element because you get Junior in there, or Manila, or Minya, or whatever. I mean, Doug can get a T-shirt.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to find the whole origins thing. I got to go back through Twitter. I'll find it.
Well, I'm gonna end the stream exactly at midnight. So.
Okay, I think that's just perfect. Just that. But yeah, like I said, so March 2024. So earlier this month, we got. I'm looking back through this, like some tweets and that. June 8th was when we got the first glimpse at the Skull Island anime thing. So that's interesting. So what do you think? Okay, let's talk quickly about the anime. When do you think the anime takes place?
It was set. There was a lot of rumors that it was said to take place before Skull Island, and it has to do with how the Wanderer ship got to the island.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know. Nah, never. I was just. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was thinking. I don't know. Never. I was gonna make a really stupid point. So, just trying to think that the Wanderer wasn't the one.
Possibly. Oh, also, I'm scrolling back through. I'm finding information about some games and stuff. So this is like from Gormaru. 3 new MonsterVerse video game titles. 2.5D action adventure title by 7 level, likely to be PC and Nintendo Switch. A 3-tier MonsterVerse pinball title, PC consoles. A multiplayer survival strategy mobile game. Okay.
Shit,
and then there's also like
talks of the Wanderer that came over, and I don't know if they're trying to tie that to the 33 Kong or if they're trying to make that connection. I don't know, but
right. Let's see what else we can find. Video games. I'm trying to find the whole Origins title. I will find it soon. I will find him.
Was it an article or was it in one of those like
it was like an image or something. I'll find it though. It can't be like much further down. So happens when you tweet so much stuff.
But yeah, the anime I had heard it was about the Wanderer, so it must be some crew, which means it would take place. I mean, the original idea for the story. Well, didn't Hank Marlowe said it took place? That came up about a decade before him, so that would put it in the 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
I still think we should have a Hank Marlowe show.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could get some Marlowe stuff potentially. All right, come on, where are you, stupid tweet?
Well, we're gonna see if Sean can find this.
Last month we got the news from the Matt Shockman. Aha.
Yep.
Found you. Let's share.
You want to? Your screen's already.
Yep. Hang on. Let me pull this thing up. Okay, let me share my screen. Share screen.
What if they call it Godzilla and Kong Origins?
You could do something like that.
Godzilla versus Kong Origins. Oh, it's this? Oh, right. Well, you see Origins, Son of Kong.
With working title Origins, aka Son of Kong. But it has both of them.
Here's what I think. Maybe something like your idea is true, or maybe it's not. But the point is, we'll have present day stuff of Kong in the Hollow Earth. He has a son, he finds a son, adopts one, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
While at the same time, somehow that breeds conflict with Godzilla, but at the same time, we get all these flashbacks. So it might be a movie with a lot of flashbacks. And
right. You know what? How about a movie shows how like kind of both species were hunted to extinction? Maybe there's a Godzilla egg kind of in stasis.
Oh yeah.
And then
I mean,
you could
also do something like Kong. The whole movie is just Kong exploring the Hollow Earth and just trying to figure shit out. Like maybe we barely explored it. Like we've been to the center of it, but think about how many other outposts the Kongs could have built. Like there's probably so much shit that he could just find.
I think what they're gonna do is they might take those cut elements from GVK and then really explore them in this movie.
Yeah,
I think because they really want to do that. Because remember, the original synopsis for GVK was about exploring the origins of the Titans.
Right, and that's what I was saying. That's the movie. It sounds like the movie we should have got.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh wait, I remember.
Okay, well,
here's the crazy idea. But everyone, just so you know, I am Let's Talk Godzilla. I think I established this before. So like this is all me on here. So what if the Kong is a baby Godzilla, Kong adopts, and that's when it's on Kong photo or while they're busy fighting each other? That's when some villains come in and capture baby Godzilla, where they use its DNA to create Biollante.
Legendaries like hire this man.
Exactly, like I said.
And in other news, R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years. Oh man, I believe I can fly. So to wrap this shit up,
I'm sorry, but in other news, R. Kelly's in prison.
Oh, it says it right fucking there under your name.
I know. That's just Twitter's trending topic.
That's great. We're talking about giant ass monsters, and there's R. Kelly getting thrown in the cage.
Well, you know what? Maybe this time he's the one who's going to get pissed on.
Oh no, we can't go there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, cut. Good that he is.
So, all in all, we got
prison.
We got a bunch of news coming out, which is good. Shit is coming back because we have 3 projects going on at once. So, obviously the anime, then the show, then the movie. That's how shit's going to be released.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact that we're able to sit down and talk about new things and speculate again is all I live for.
I mean, we haven't done one of these in a while. I really enjoy doing these. Like, we make them like an hour long or something? That's pretty good.
Yeah, this is going to hit an hour, so.
Yeah. All right. Before we close it, how about some last minute questions?
Yeah, we'll leave the floor open for 2 or 3 minutes here.
Okay. You just talked about but thoughts on Kong's size in the poster? Which poster?
Yeah, what is he talking about?
Okay, here's a question for you, Ryan. What would you like to see in this sequel? Like, what is something that you want to see most of all, or like, top 3 things?
I don't know. I really, it's one of these things where I don't know where they're gonna go. So, I never had any specific. Everything that I ever wanted, I pretty much got in the last movie. It's just,
you just wanted the lore more explored.
Yes, I would like that. I want to know. Actually, here's something. I want to see more Titans. I want to see fucking Rodan and Mothra come back because, like, there are these big name characters. They got the rights for them. They put them in a movie, and then they're just gone. So I want Mothra. I want Rodan. Bring back Behemoth if you need to. Like, At least those two though, Mothra and Rodan. I'd love to see them interact with Kong, and they've laid the eggs literally that they could come back. So fucking bring them back.
Yep.
Yes, and King Kong 19100. I mentioned this in my video on the poster or the image. It looks like it looks pretty big. And I had mentioned, well, maybe it's kids, and then somebody left a comment like, no, these aren't kids. It takes place in the 30s. This is normal wardrobe or whatever.
The clothes are modern though.
I don't know. They claim, the person in the comment was like, no, they're not. These are standard. Whatever the fuck. I don't know what the hell it is.
You know what? Let me pull up the image really quickly.
All right, now I gotta end this shit. So
all right, so answer the questions really quickly while I pull up this image. Anything else?
I'm staying up late for you assholes. I have to get up for work in 5 hours 44 minutes.
I get up in 5 hours and 30 minutes.
All right, fine, fair enough.
Hey, you know what? I've not slept at all. Literally, I've gotten like 4 hours of sleep every night this week. But then again, I got a 3-day weekend coming up, so I'm gonna fucking sleep. All right, and I know it's here somewhere. Skull Island anime.
What kind of monster is the best for Kong to fight? Again, I've always wanted to see Mothra fight Kong. Oh, I mean, that's not true. I'd love to see Rodan fight Kong. Because I feel like those are two very interesting dynamics. Where Kong's skill set and Rodan's skill set, part of me feels like Rodan might win, but it would be something worth seeing. Because, you know, Kong's agility and his ability to recover will work well, because if Rodan likes to blow shit over and knock things over, I think Kong would fare pretty well.
Okay, so you can see right here. It'll let me zoom in further. That doesn't seem like
it's pretty big. Like, considering how big
they're wearing hoodies, that's definitely not 1930s.
No. Oh yeah, I don't know, but it's like, considering the size of like Weaver and what's his name, Conrad and Kong Skull Island.
This is set between. This has got to be set before GVK, but like,
I don't know.
But after Skull Island, that's where I'm going to predict kind of the lost years. So, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of intrigue going on with this next batch of movies and shows and everything. It really is a terrific time to be a fan.
Yeah, it's like this is what I would call this, because people have been saying this kind of shit for years. I would call this phase 2.
Yeah, this is phase 2. And phase 2 is going to be very different, and phase 2 is going to kind of dive more into the origins. I think because they're going to set up something really big. Right. I don't think,
but also multimedia too. Now that we're getting shows, shit.
Right? And I because they're doing all this multimedia, I don't see this all ending in 2024. I think they'll do maybe at least one more movie.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a world where like things just don't end anymore. So
unless you're Christopher Nolan. Although Christian Bale did say he would do another movie if Nolan had a story, which is only if. That's the only contingency. He's like, only if Chris Nolan had a story, he'd do it. Because before he was like, no, we finished it off. But who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming in. Check out my video. Check out Sean's videos.
I busted
today.
I busted out too. Yeah, Ryan puts way more effort into his than I do, but that's because like it's just a time thing for me, because it's like, okay, I got to get this news out really quickly. You got to make this thumbnail off my phone. Got it. I'm like, you know what? The quicker I get it out, more people check it out, and I'll make them very brief. I just record it off my phone, make the thumbnail right there on the spot, and it's like a mad rush to get it done, because
it's all just expectation, really. It's like I have like we both have standards for how we do videos and how we're able to get them up, and it's just like, you just do it how you do it.
Right, exactly. Like for me, it's
I have a process that I do all the time, and that's how I do it.
Yeah, and you do yours quite well. I'm like, I'm trying to get my subs up and just trying to get things out pretty quickly. And for me, it's like, I don't always have the time to really like sit in front of the computer, record, edit it all, get the music, really take the time. By the time it's there, it's like it's old news. So that's why, like, for a lot of stuff, I have to rush through it. And the one thing big project I didn't rush through was the what's next for the MonsterVerse. Like that video took me a long ass time. Like I had the notes and I recorded it all, but I had, like cutting all the audio, getting all the images, and like doing that thing where I had to like swipe side to side and all that. I haven't edited.
Yeah, you did a lot of editing for that one.
That was like a week's worth of editing at least because it took so long to do. And that video did quite well. I think it had like 5,000-6,000 views. It was just like trying to make the thumbnail and just like what do I even put in there? I used the cave painting and just put like what's next for the MonsterVerse, like right in the middle.
Oh yeah, the mural image.
Yeah,
like I need to wrap this up because I think my brain's gonna fry. But we have a lot of news coming out. Obviously, check out our videos. I should have my next one up tomorrow, maybe, but probably not considering how I'm time crunched. Maybe I'll do it at work. And other than that, just check out our channels in terms of stuff that I have coming up. It's all news dependent. I had a couple project ideas for this channel last summer. I'm putting all that on hold because there's too many other things going on for me. Both like professionally, like with my actual job, but also like other personal projects. So when the news comes out, I'll be here for it. But what about you?
Yeah, like I said, same thing. I try and make as many news videos as possible now these days. I had other videos I wanted to make today too, but I'll get to those tomorrow. I got like a video I have to make on like the new Super Sons movie trailer, so that's something I gotta do. But Godzilla stuff, I'm like, okay, this is stuff I can make really quickly, and I don't need my computer to do so. So, and like that's the tricky part. It's like I can use the audio quality doesn't sound great, but it's good enough when I do the screen recording off my phone. And like I said, it's convenient. I just use an app to like make it. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes people just want quick news, and like I won't drag those videos on for so long. I mean, some people enjoy listening to them for a while, and obviously, like I prefer more like well put together edited stuff. Like, and I understand like quality is not as up to par as like the best I can do, but it's like it's either this or it doesn't get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it's quick, convenient. I can record it anywhere. And it's just a mad rush. Sometimes I have to like it's a rush to like. I think sometimes you and I have a little bit of a competition. Sometimes trying to get something out really quickly. It's like
it pisses me off.
Like today, you're like, God damn it, Sean, how'd you sneak that out? I'm like, what are you at home recording? I'm like, actually, no, I had a rush on my lunch break today just to record it in my car, and I had to record it twice while I was like getting my food.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with me, it's. I can't record anywhere, but I mean, I guess I could record like in my car because all I need is my. Well, actually, that's a lie. I don't have my good mic with me. But I was like, fuck it, I don't know.
What kind of phone do you have? You have iPhone or Android?
I have an Android, but like my personal camera I use at work, which I use to record my audio through.
Oh, okay. I think you could do something. Or does your Android do screen recordings? That's what I do. Like I do screen recordings, just use the mic off that and just like do a quick like trim at the beginning and end. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Like if you want quick, convenient things, that's the way to do it.
Phone editing freaks me out. I am going to end the stream, but thanks everybody for coming on. Check out our videos and stay tuned for more news because it's probably gonna only get better from here.
Yep, we're the Skull Island anime is going to come out this year. I'm calling it right now. They wouldn't release this first image if it's not going to come out this year. I look at Pacific Rim the Black, which was very good, by the way, way better than Pacific Rim Uprising.
Right.
So I hope the quality is good. So
yeah. All right. Farewell, everyone.
All right. Sayonara.